in conjunction with the Senate and management, have built and furnished the Faculty of Education Complex College of Medical Sciences, established the Faculties of Humanities and Social Sciences for the newly created Awudu campus.
This governing council, in conjunction with the Senate and management, have one, built and furnished the Faculty of Education Complex. Two, built and furnished the College of Medical Sciences Complex. And three, established the Faculties of Humanities and Social Sciences for the newly created Ahoda campus.
Also speaking, the Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Blessing Didier, said the university has continued to maintain zero tolerance for social vices like cultism, examination malpractices, extortion of money from students, as well as sexual harassment of female students by lecturers.
Strike and riot are now things of the past in Rivers State University. The academic calendar of the university has been pursued vigorously without disruption of any kind. Presently, the university enjoys cordial relationship with the host community in Oloroworo. The university has continued to maintain zero tolerance to social vices like cultism, examination malpractice, extortion of money from students, sexual harassment of female students by lecturers. This also accounts for the current state of peace in the university. May I, at this juncture, thank the council, staff and students for the role you have individually and collectively played to maintain peace on campus.
Two suspected armed robbers have been shot dead along Tombia Extension within GRA in Port Harcourt by a combined team of military operatives and men of Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad. It's also claimed to be part of the security team that carried out the operation. Told our correspondent that they had traced the armed criminals who opened fire on them on sighting them. Our source confirmed that two of the criminals died at the spot while three escaped through a compound after abandoning their black SUV, which they used for criminal operations. Our correspondent reports that the axis of GRA stood still for some hours as the security operatives went on combing the area in search of the three who had escaped. Residents and traders in Oro Ekpo Road, Elijiji community in Obiakpo local government area of River State are lamenting over the lack of power supply and outrageous bills by the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company. The residents and traders, including Elder Emmanuel Idausa and One Precious, while speaking with our correspondent of Federality, said the situation has adversely affected their businesses in the area. Also speaking, the chairman of Landlords Association in the community, Kingsley Nwogidi, while calling on Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission to take a swift action, accused PHEDC of giving them estimated billings. When contacted, the spokesman of PHEDC, John Oyi, denied the allegations, noting that there was power supply in the community last week which lasted for more than 2 days. He said the recent power outage was caused by a faulty line. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje has unveiled a strategy to incorporate all the 5 emirates in the state towards improving community policing. The governor said the strategy is to save the state and the country in general against security challenges plaguing some affected areas. Ganduje said it is also to improve upon areas that are safe or relatively safe. In a statement by his chief press secretary, Abba Anwar, Governor Ganduje said security should have all hands on deck towards resolving any real or imagined challenge. The governor, according to the statement, directed all the 5 emirs in the state to maintain the monthly security meetings with their district heads, security agencies, and other community leaders. He also asked that they should also ensure that the same order goes down the ladder, down to the ward heads and other equally relevant and useful community leaders. It is now time for our special report. In this edition of our special report, our correspondent Olawale Sanusi takes a look at the prevalence of HIV and AIDS in HA and Obiakpo local government areas and how women living with AIDS prefer traditional birth attendants to normal hospitals.
The human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, is reported to be on the rise in Eche local government area of Rivers State, a report that has become worrisome to health officials. Information has revealed that the rapid spread of the virus in Eche and some parts of Obiakpo local government areas is as a result of ignorance and lack of adequate awareness. The medical director of Okokomoko General Hospital, Dr. Ndidi Uche, decried the high level of HIV in Eche. Dr. Uche, in an interview, put the number of victims recorded for male per week at 6 and acknowledged that only 17 pregnant women have been recorded so far.
Actually, Eche local government we have a high number of HIV patients here in Eche. But if not, Eche actually has a very high number. And every time as they come at least in a week, we can have more than 6 in a week. The data I gave you, the pregnant women are still part of that data. Actually, our patients are very compliant when it comes with their drugs. They come. We have been supported by FHI ANI.
The medical director of Okomoko General Hospital in Eche also spoke on some of the challenges encountered on issues concerning the operations at the center. An HIV and AIDS patient, Good News Osondu, who shared her experience, said she has been able to cope with the stigma that comes with living with the virus.
When I get to know about HIV, I was tested on 16th of September 2006. That was when I started drugs. Presently, I have 2 kids, and both of them are negative. Presently in Eche, here, stigma is high because so many of them say, I don't want my partner to know, I don't want my husband to know. I will tell them, no, you are doing a wrong thing. You cannot be on drugs and your partner will not know what you are doing. You cannot be faithful to the drugs. Fear of the stigma is still there. They think that people will stigmatize them, that their own is finished, but after talking to them, they will come to know that there is nothing there anymore.
Another respondent, who identified himself as DK Promise and a mother of 3, Rosemary Azong, spoke on how they have managed to live a normal life with the virus.
I detected reactivity as of 2010, and since then I was enrolled in this system.
I know the positive and the one that is not positive, and lead them to care and take care of positive. All the pregnant mothers, I test them to know their status. I have 3 children and they are all negative.
It will interest you to know that some of the attendant causes for the spread of HIV/AIDS are the use of traditional means. But a trip to some traditional attendants' homes, TDAs, in Obiakpo local government area shows that pregnant women prefer traditional homes to hospitals. The manager of Local Action Committee on HIV/AIDS, Obiakpo, Data Jones, acknowledged that the TDAs are well trained to care for pregnant women living with AIDS.
On our own, we do the mapping. Where we see pregnant mothers going one direction, we follow them. That's how we do our mapping. Follow them to that direction. There we will find out that there is a TBA home there. Then we map that TB, talk with her, agree with her. Then we send our representative, counselor testers. We also go on our own and do the testing. We counsel the women, even the TBAs, we counsel them. Because some of our TBAs are also reactive.
Also speaking, a medical laboratory scientist, Harrison Sokariba, who is an official of LACA, pointed out ignorance as a major problem, while owner of one of the TDAs in Ropoku, Rosemary Anero, spoke on the steps she takes before admitting patients.
In Obiakpo, well, we can say it's there, but it's not so alarming, but it's there. It's there. It's not so, that's why I said some communities are more prevalent than other communities. More of education, enlightenment, because some of these people, even when you tell them you are HIV positive, they don't even know what you are saying. They feel it's a joke.
Sometimes they will send us for 3 days training. Let's come back. They will send us again. Not about all this HIV, how to handle women for all this HIV. They tell us how to prevent it and tell us how to sterilize what we are using. I have the calling of this world. That is why I started.
An expectant mother, Ukamaka Okeke, acknowledged that her first 2 babies were delivered traditional attendants' homes, TDAs, without complications. According to the Nigerian HIV/AIDS Indicator and Impact Survey 2018 report officially launched by President Muhammadu Buhari, Akwa Ibom, Benue, and Rivers State topped the human immunodeficiency virus and acquired immunodeficiency syndrome prevalence in Nigeria. What the federal, state, and local governments are doing about this report has left many still wondering. Olawale Sanusi for Today95.1 FM.
And now on the foreign scene, Sudanese security forces have fired tear gas and live ammunition to disperse protesters setting up barricades in Khartoum. At least 1 person was killed in the northern district of Bahari, according to doctors aligned to the opposition. Campaigners called for ongoing civil disobedience from Sunday to make it as difficult as possible for the military to govern Sudan. It comes days after a military crackdown left dozens dead. And that's what we have for you on the Bulletin at 6. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned to Today 95.1 FM. I am Kala Dakarubatsubo.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Good to have you here. Representatives from Daily Income, Engineer Offer Monday. He's the MD CEO, Funny Vision Nigeria Limited. Good to have you here.
Good morning.
Mr. Gabriel Hero, entrepreneur.
Thank you. Good morning.
Engineer Victor Etin. Good to have all of you here.
Good morning.
For the sake of the so many who have not heard this, and I'll be surprised if they haven't, but for the sake of those who haven't, what is Daily Income Stores?
Okay, for those who are tuning in for the first time to this frequency, Daily Income Store is a physical store here. Of course, that all you need to do is to walk into this store to do your own shopping. Of course, and then after your shopping, you have to drop your account details. Why do you have to do that? So that as other people are shopping from that same store, you'll be getting daily income or daily alert. And the good news is that this store sells things that we cannot do without. For example, you are hearing me right now. You cannot stay without not brushing your mouth. You're going to use chewing stick or toothpaste. You cannot stay without not taking your bath. You're going to use solid soap, liquid soap, or solid soap. That means human being daily needs and want cannot be satisfied. All these things are available in Daily Income Stores. Your normal daily needs and want, things you cannot do without. So all you need to do is to walk into Daily Income Stores only once in a year to do your shopping. Then you drop your account details. As other people are shopping after you from the same store, you'll be getting daily income. We are already 18 years in over 100 countries. We are already 7 years in Nigeria. And we are telling you we are holding a big business event because some people don't know about this. That are holding a training to show them how things works. And of course, if you are already hearing me and you're looking forward to have an extra income, looking forward to have a project, for financing a project, you need money to actually take it to a level. We can show you this opportunity. You go to Daily Income Stores, you do your shopping. Of course, you drop your account details. As other people are shopping after you, you'll be getting daily income. So if you're interested to be part of this event, we're going to give you details more soon.
What makes this store different? What's the innovation? What's special about Daily Income Stores?
Honestly speaking, I've been saying this over and over again. What makes us different is this. Traditionally, walk into any store, what you do is that you give money in exchange for goods or services. That's what you do traditionally. And of course, you walk out of the store. Transaction has been completed. But in Daily Income Stores, you don't just give money in exchange for goods or services. The company will give you an opportunity to drop your account details. That's what makes us different. Okay. That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us quite called that advancement in technology. That is the innovation about our business.
All right then. So shop and then drop your account
details.
And as people shop after you
in that same particular store, not all the stores.
That's okay. Not all the stores.
Not all the stores.
Okay.
There's a particular store you go to do your shopping. This store is already 7 years in Nigeria.
Mr. Gabriel Hero, how real is this? How true is this? Has this happened to you before?
For me, my experience with Daily Income Stores is phenomenal. And that's because as a business coach and a mentor, I'm always very keen to know the root of everything I'm into, especially when I look at the relationship between myself and the people I'm mentoring. So at Daily Income Stores, I've come to realize that for every budding entrepreneur, they have the necessary business skill that's required of anybody who wants to go out there and make money. And you're not just making money. In today's world, there's what we call sustainable development. And for you to have a sustainable development, you have to think of a sustainable source of income. And Daily Income Source is one store that gives you that guarantee that you can actually make money on a sustainable basis. For example, my personal testimony, when I went to Daily Income Source for the very first time.
Where did you hear them on radio, just like this?
Yeah, already. I was driving. I was driving to my normal business day. I heard them talking about Daily Income Source over the radio. So I picked interest. I got the number. I text. I think that day it was text something. Enjoy. Yes. So I was keen to really enjoy the ride with Daily Income Source. So I got there, I sat down, I listened to everything. Their seminar presentation was awesome, and the guys were very nice with me as a person. So then I asked a few questions and they answered me adequately. Then I shopped, and after shopping, they asked me to drop my account number, which was something I've never seen before. And I thought, is this for online? I said, okay, let me just drop the account number. So I did. I left the account number with them. Got their product home. Their products were very awesome. The product, the beverages, everything were wonderful. Share with you my neighbors, and they loved it. Then a few days later, I got an alert in my phone. And it was from Daily Income Source. So at that point, I was convinced that for real, this thing is legitimate. This thing is real.
It's real.
And people are actually making a lot of money at Daily Income Stores.
Okay, good. So I'm also going to ask Mr. Victor now to share his experience.
All right, thank you very much. My humble self, I actually heard about daily income stores on radio. Actually, it was on a Saturday because I worked in one of the multinationals, and no, I don't work on Saturdays. So it was on a Saturday. I tuned to my radio. I heard about daily income stores where you shop once, you drop your account number, you get paid as other customer shops after you. Of course, the first day I heard, I doubted it. I did not believe it. I was wondering how possible was it that you go and shop, then you get paid as other customer shops from the same store. It was the second Saturday I heard about it. Okay, a question came to me, have you not used toothpaste? I answered myself, I've used toothpaste. So why not go and see? I went to the program. On getting there, I saw that the products they actually had were all NAFDA certified, toothpaste, soap, beverages, things that we use every day. Of course, they are packed in hampers. I decided to pick an hamper for myself. Before I left, I dropped my account details. I got home, I told my wife about it. We used the product. It was awesome. Of course, I told all my neighbors and every other person. Wednesday, they did their shopping. But today, a few days later, I got an alert. I must confess to you that what I'm getting from daily income stores today has been wow. I don't want to mention figures on the air, but for those that are listening.
They're looking at you, you know it's wow. And this has been consistent. As people have continually
as other people keep shopping from the same stores. Of course, so 2 years. That's what I'm saying. For 2 years now, it's not what it's just happening.
So income money 2 years now.
Of course, it's not new. That's why we are here in this city to tell the people about it.
So who can be part of the training?
Actually, we are expecting to see everybody. We are expecting doctors, engineers, commissioners, educated, not educated. As far as you are spending money every day, you deserve to make money every day from daily income stores. At least everybody, of course, need an extra income. And definitely it's a one opportunity for you. I shopped 4 years ago. So I've been getting daily alerts for the past 4 years. So you are doubting, come and see me at the venue of the program. And it's going to happen tomorrow, no African time. By 11 o'clock for the morning section. You cannot come by morning. We have the evening section by 4 p.m. It's an hour training. We have question time for question and answer. For those who want to actually do their shopping, you can do it at the venue of the program. You can pick your packages at the venue of the program. You can always drop your account number because bankers are always there for those who don't have account number to open the account. So we have free product for the first 100 participants. No more 10. But we normally have crowds in our program, so we're increased to 100 right now. So if you're interested, just text the word enjoy. For those who want to enjoy in 2019, I think he's going to help me call the number. Please text the word enjoy.
Just text enjoy to this number
0802 050 9208 0802 050 9208. Again, 0802 050 9208.
Okay, so I know that this is fantastic. I mean, you said you've been with it 2 years, you had 4 years, you last year, and then it has been awesome. But as we all know, with every business, there's got to be some risk to it. There must be something about the job that you must tell people that see you.
Okay. Sure. There's a risk involved. The risk involved is that if you shop from daily income stores and no one else shop from that store, the store cannot pay us because
that particular store now.
That particular store. It's not Ponzi scheme, it's not cryptocurrency, it's not charity organization, it's not an NGO. This is a real business opportunity. So, but the question is that would there ever be a time people will not shop from the store? The answer is no. People keep shopping every day. For the past 7 years, this store has been in Nigeria. We are shopping every single day. And of course, the good news is that we get daily income. And I think, let him say the final word, because we're not out of time.
All right, go ahead. Let me have the final word.
For those sitting at home still doubting, is it real? Is it possible? I want to tell you, for 2 years now, I've been earning this money. The first day I had, I actually doubted it. So for you to be part of this program, like we said, you need to text us enjoy to this number so that we can reserve a seat for you. The numbers
0802 050 9208 0802 050 9208. Again, 0802 050 9208.
Like we said, you need to text us enjoy to this number so that we can reserve a seat for you. We are going to reply you accordingly.
And you did not tell us last year, John, all expense paid trip because was
he on the trip?
Yeah, last year.
Of course. Okay. All expense paid trip.
I saw his name already.
He's okay. I love those of us who just came here to go.
That's a good one.
Let me get your last word then.
All right. For me, I would like to say seeing is believing. Don't just sit back home and hear this program on radio and ask questions to yourself. If you have any questions, just come to Daily Income Stores. Bring all the questions, bring all your reservations to Daily Income Stores. Everything will be taken care of.
Okay, for my own, the final word is that the difference between where you are right now and where you want to be tomorrow is action. You cannot always complain about the economy, you cannot always complain about the government, you cannot complain about everything. You have the right to take action, you have the right to take decision to do different things to get a different result. So if I want to be part of this event, what we have is for the first 100 people that will be at the program. Just send the word enjoy.
The numbers
0802 050 9208 0802 050 9208. Again, 0802 050 9208.
See you there. God bless you. Remain blessed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
He don't come home. Oh yeah, make we go there. He don't come home. Hey, Chief Awoyemi, the director of Awoyemi Herbal Healing Home. That man from Ile-Ife, the cradle of Yorubas at Ife Abure, Omadade Oworemo. Now at Street 2, back of Seco Company, Ibruta, Port Harcourt. Come there, my people. We must not be careless of any disease, either infectious, deficiency, hereditary, physiological, or psychological. All we need is to be guided and concerned. Herbal Mercy has potent ingredients that can be used as food. We also have machine to trace and know the kind of disease in your body and what to do. Chief Awoyemi Herbal Healing Home at New Stadium Road, back of Seco Company, Igruta, Port Harcourt. Call him on 081 341 849 88. Again, 081 341 849 88. Awoyemi Herbal Healing Home, now in Port Harcourt. My good people of our land, I want to welcome you to this special program, the program that will be of good benefit to the listeners. My name is Tomogun Olubumi. Today, we shall be talking about what can be done when any part of our body is not functioning well. What to be done when there is failure at where you are supposed to meet success. Now, let me welcome our guest on today's program. The man is a specialist on how to overcome obstacles to success. Chief, you are welcome on today's program.
I greet you, my good people in Rivers State and environment. My name is Chief Awoyemi Awodele. I'm from Ile-Ife, where we have more respect for culture and tradition. I'm a traditionalist who always use herbs to help who are not in good condition. It is part of my duty to know the source of the illness and what can be done to solve the problem.
Thank you very much, Chief. What role exactly is culture or tradition playing in the life of people medically?
Thank you, my presenter. Cultural practice and tradition serve many purposes. They help to divine and create community. They also have healing qualities. Source of illness can be known through tradition. There are some people with good certificate but without job. Beautiful ladies without husband. Marriage without fruit, that is, no child. Business without buoyant profits. No injection or capsule can cure this because they are attacked. What they need is prayer. But some people that have pains in their body or that cannot sleep well in the night because of their medical situation, what they need is tradomedical attention. This is what we do in our office. And there are some equipment that can diagnose when you are coming. Drop at Amechi Flying Over, New Stadium Road, Amechi New Road, Street 2, back of Seco Company, Igrita, Port Harcourt. Call me on this number, 081 341 84988. Once again, 081 341 84988. We care, but God cure. God bless you all.
My people, this is where we shall be drawing the curtain on today's program. For guidance, counseling, or any inquiry, you can now go to Awoyemi's office. My name is Tomogun Olubumi. He don't come home, Awoyemi Baba. Oya make we go there. He don't come home. Hey, Chief Awoyemi, the director of Awoyemi Herbal Healing Home. That man from Ile-Ife, the cradle of Yorubas at Ife Abure, Omadade Oworemo. Now at Street 2, back of Seco Company, Ibruta, Port Harcourt. Come there, my people. We must not be careless of any disease, either infectious, deficiency, hereditary, physiological, or psychological. All we need is to be guided and concerned. Herbal Mercy has potent ingredients that can be used as food. We also have machine to trace and know the kind of disease in your body and what to do. Chief Sifawoyemi Herbal Healing Home at New Stadium Road, back of Circle Company, Igrota Port Harcourt. Call him on 081 341 849 88. Again, 081 341 849 88. Awoyemi Herbal Healing Home, now in Port Harcourt.
Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Today FM at 6. Yay! Thank you, Port Harcourt, for opening your heart to Today 95.1 FM.
Without you, there is no us. 6 years of giving you a voice, 6 years of non-stop quality broadcasting, 6 years of great talk, news, mind-blowing sports and entertainment.
The most beautiful things are not associated with money. They are memories and moments we share.
Today, we have the courage to celebrate because of you, and you.
As you share in our celebration, we wish you all the joy that never ends.
It's no longer news that we are the voice of the people. We work hard, so we have to party hard.
Come on. Oh yeah, now. Come on. Let's go.
Cultism is a monster whose ravaging effects have left tales of woes such as loss of lives, kidnapping, drug abuse, threats, destruction of properties, blackmail, rape, and many other ills in society. In our society today, poor parental training, peer pressure, poverty, quest for power and social identity are the leading factors that contributes to youths indulging in this act. Again, peace can be restored to our society only if we attach value to human lives. And this would bring about rapid development to our community. Say no to cultism. This message is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
Done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. If I had 10,000 tongues, it still wouldn't be enough. Really, when you hear completely. Lift your hands. One more time. Tell the church. Hey. Lift your hands. You alone deserve the glory, Jesus. You alone deserve the praise. For the last time, what shall I render? Come on, let him know. Jehovah, for he has done so very. For he has done so very much. He's done so much for you. What shall I render to Jehovah? To Jehovah. Come on, everybody declare. For he has done so very much for me.
Worship your name because you're the king of all the earth. There was none like you. You know your awesomeness brought men back to you, Jesus. You know at the mention of your name, knees bow, tongues confess, because you are the King of kings and the Lord of lords. There is none like you, and there will be no one else like you, Jesus. We come to you as we prepare this food. Awesome, Jesus. Awesome, you praise you, King. Awesome, you are my Redeemer. Bless you, Lord. Awesome, you be my comforter. And say you reign.
mention of your name is wrong. You said you are God and we are your people. That we should call upon your name. There is nothing too hard for you, Lord, to do, Jesus. You make the blind to see, the lame to walk. That is who you are, Jesus. You are everything we are. We'll praise you, King of Kings. And we worship you. Praise your holy name, because there is no one else like you.
That diva music.
Voice of the people.
You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You've got times and seasons in your hands. You called for light out of darkness. You don't need a man to be the God you are, but you have chosen to call me your own. Oh, you are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. Oh, you're God all by yourself. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
So many choices.
You gotta get up. You gotta get up and make a move. 'Cause the world will never see you until you do. No, they don't really care what you're going through. So you gotta show them, baby. You gotta show them the real you. You gotta give them what you've got. No, don't let them see what you're not. 'Cause you are strong. You are wise. You are worth beyond 1,000 reasons why. And you can't be perfect, baby. 'Cause nobody's perfect, darling. But no, 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 there's nobody in the world like you. What do you do when you can't let go? What do you say when you just don't know how you feel? And you know nobody knows how you feel. 'Cause everybody's got their own damn problem. So everybody's trying to find their way. And day by day is a struggle. In this world, you know you have to hustle. Just know that you're not alone. You don't always have to be strong all by yourself. I said it's okay to ask for help. Now listen. People will find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people who help redesign you. People will find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people who help redesign you. You are a work of art. Bet you didn't think you'd come this far. Now here you are. Baby, you are strong. You are wise. You are worth beyond 1,000 reasons why. And you can't be perfect, baby. 'Cause nobody's perfect, darling. But no, 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 there's nobody in the world like you. Oh, 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 oh. Today FM at 6. Yay! Thank you, Productions, for opening your heart to Today 95.1 FM.
Without you, there is no us. 6 years of giving you a voice, 6 years of non-stop quality broadcasting, 6 years of great talk, news, mind-blowing sports and entertainment.
The most beautiful things are not associated with money. They are memories and moments we share.
Today, we have the courage to celebrate because of you, and you.
As you share in our celebration, we wish you all the joy that never ends.
It's no longer news that we are the voice of the people. We work hard, so we have to party hard.
Come on. Oh yeah, now. Come on. Let's go.
For
For years, the needs of the youths have been speculated on.
The political system in our country has made it so difficult for youth to acquire the ability leading well when the tomorrow comes.
By politicians, school administrators, heads of states, and even parents.
Why listen to them?
Let's change the narrative. Youth Arise. The show powered by the youths, presenting a platform that focuses on their peculiar challenges. It happens every Sunday by 7 p.m. only on Today
95.1 FM.
It's that time on radio. Let's take you into the life and times of men and women who inspire, role models who have shaped the world.
He was a great scholar whose relevance surpasses the shores of Nigeria and Africa. His name is Senator Dr. Obiwali. Obiwali was born on 27 February 1932 in Rumigbo Town, headquarters of the Apara Kingdom in Obiakpon local government area of Rivers State. He was called Obiajunwo at birth, being the first surviving child of his parents, Chief Frank Wali Otubo and Mrs. Jenny Wali, a granddaughter of the prominent Ezebunwo Waduba of Odwakwo Rebisi in Port Harcourt. He started his primary education at the Holy Trinity School, Rumapara, very close to his father's compound, from 1938 to 1943. Thereafter, he acquired printing skills as well as organizing evening classes for the Standard 6 candidates in 1946. Dr. Wali was later admitted to the prestigious West African Institute, Calabar, in Cross River State in 1947. His parents became uncomfortable with the distance between them and their only son and therefore changed his school to St. Augustine's Anglican Grammar School, Nkwere, in Imo State, where he wrote the Cambridge School Certificate Examination and passed in Division 1. Between 1952 and 1955, he was offered a job at the Tropical Testing Establishment in Port Harcourt as a lab assistant, which he rejected, and later got a job as a clerk at the Residence Office in Cameroon, where he also gained typing skills. In 1955, he gained admission into the Premier University College, Ibadan, where he earned a BA in English Language and Literature with second-class upper division. After his graduation, Wali worked with the Federal Civil Service as an administrator with the Ministry of Works and Survey, Lagos in 1959, and later got a job with the University of Ibadan as an assistant lecturer in the Department of English. Thereafter, he transferred to the University of Nigeria in Nsukka, where he taught courses including Introduction to African Literature. Wali presented his paper in 1962 at the Makerere University, Uganda, at the first major conference on New African Writing at the institution. The well-known paper was later published in the 10th issue of the Transition magazine. Wali obtained his master's degree in English and Literature in 1963 at the Northwestern University, Everton, USA, and his doctorate degree in 1967 in the same subject. The outbreak of Nigerian Civil War in July 1967 and the creation of Rivers State fueled Wali's interest in politics. He was one of the founding fathers of Rivers State, Nigeria, and served as its first Commissioner for Education under the DSP's administration. In 1975, Zamani Lukwat, the then military head of Rivers State, appointed him the chairman of the Governing Council of the Rivers State Technology. He was also elected councillor in 1977 for Ward 26, comprising Rumigbo, Rumepericum, and Rumorasi communities in Port Harcourt City local government area. In 1978, Dr. Wali joined partisan politics as member of the then Nigerian People's Party (NPP) and became one of the 6 deputy chairmen of the party. He was also appointed member of the 1978 Constituent Assembly and a member of the Constitution Drafting Committee that drafted the 1979 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Wali was elected senator representing Port Harcourt Senatorial District in 1979, and in 1980 he was elected the minority leader of the House of Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria. As a politician, he is most remembered for championing the cause of the Ikwere ethnic minorities in Nigeria. Senator Wali was one of the best-known leaders from the Niger Delta region to consistently campaign against the marginalization of the Niger Delta people, particularly the Ikwere ethnic nationality. He fought for the creation of Port Harcourt State out of the then River State, Nigeria. While he campaigned for the correction of the imbalances in the socio-economic and political power of the Nigerian state throughout his political career, he is also remembered for his call for a critical examination of Nigeria's commitment to the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Besides his contribution to the politics of Nigeria, Wale also contributed immensely to the literary works in the African hemisphere and globally, when in 1963 he contributed his controversial essay, The Dead End of African Literature, where he declared that literatures written in European languages did not qualify as African literature, although Chinua Achebe opposed his opposition. Other African literary giants accepted his works, such as Ngugi wa Thiong'o, who later changed his name to a traditional African name following Wale's argument. Wale was violently murdered and dismembered at home in his bedroom by suspected hired assassin on April 26, 1993. The reason for the murder remained unestablished. However, many speculated that it was in connection with his political opinions. Some notable statesmen were accused of complicity in Wale's murder, and he was later buried on 24 February 1994. In 2014, the Obiwale International Conference Center was opened to the public in Port Harcourt, River State, created and named in the memory of Obiwale's political and literary contributions to the state. And finally, the Ikwere people organized an annual memorial lecture in Obiwale's honor.
Personality profile. Now you know.
For years, the needs of the youths have been speculated on.
The political system in our country has made it so difficult for youth to acquire the ability leading well when the tomorrow comes.
By politicians, school administrators, heads of states, and even parents.
Why listen to them? Listen to them.
Let's change the narrative. Youth Arise. The show powered by the youths, presenting a platform that focuses on their peculiar challenges. It happens every Sunday by 7 p.m. only on Today
95.1 FM.
It's 2 minutes gone past the hour from 7 p.m. You are currently listening to Today 95.1 FM, and it is that time for Youth Arise. No wonderful day. Started raining, started wet. I was under the rain for whatever reason it was, and then all of a sudden it became sunny, and then it became raining all over again. The day seems to be confused. I don't know. I don't even know what to expect before the end of the day. But hey, we are in the studio, so probably we will bring you a lot of wonderful discussions your way, and you will see the light at the end of the tunnel nevertheless. In the midst of the storm, Kalada is in the building to make you happy and feel joyful. You just used my last friend to shout, by the way. All right, good evening to you once again, and welcome to, I was going to say opinion poll. I might miss my weekly shows already. But this is Youth Arise. And Youth Arise is that program where the youths gather. We form some kind of committee on radio, by the way, and then we get to discuss issues that, that concerns the young people in our society. And tonight, I want us to look at tradition. And now, why am I looking at tradition? Now, it's been said over and over and over and over again that the young people of these days, they like to imitate, they like to copy, they like to live their lives in simulation of what happens in the Western countries. How do I mean? So, Nicki Minaj decides to wear a pink, is it Edu? And you go to some campuses, I'm not going to call names today, and you get to see all of them, all the ladies, all pinked up. Sometimes they do it so extra that even the person who started it, the Nicki Minaj who started it, will be like, oh no, that's too much. But you get my point. And then if you're walking on the streets of Port Harcourt, you would by now have seen that almost every young person has their hair colored like Chris Brown. All those are, in case you don't know the names I'm calling, all those are foreign music artists, yeah? And then when you see the latest dress, and many of you have complained. I was in a taxi one day, and the taxi was tuned to another radio frequency. And I remember the guy calling in the morning. I was complaining. The way girls are dressing to jog these days. Why would they be dressed like that to jogs? People cannot drive past in the morning anymore. And, even the Fit Farm, is being copied, so to say, from the Western world. My point is, many people have, said that the young people have neglected our traditions and have decided to, follow the ways of the Western world. For example, I remember one Saturday, I had a show and I asked the question, how many of you can speak your local language? And if I, ask the people in the studio the same thing, I know a couple of them will not be able to answer me in a positive light. But let's leave that alone. Let's leave the indigenous languages alone. It looks as if I met someone, by the way, very good friend now, we close, me and she, we paddies. She can speak foreign languages so well. Mama, how far now? How far your native language? She cannot do that. I mean, literally, this girl I happened to, get a mail in French. This girl read it well. I mean, this is not French in school. I would do comment ça va bien. She read and replied well as well. Mama, how far now? Let's speak Igbo. Let's speak Igbo. The response was different. So my point is, tradition seems to have evolved because society does evolve, as the years go by. But it looks as if the evolution has favored the Western tradition more because, many of us, how many of us do you go and call our village gods? I mean, we've embraced the Christian God, yeah, and it's still embracing the Western tradition. How many of us, how many of you have gone to the village in the last 3 months? That's a question I'm going to ask the people in the studio very soon. But you see, this is the point. How many of us watch our local channels on television? I mean, it's usually Telemundo, Z-Wall for the ladies. For the guys, it's Super Sports. We got to watch the foreign football. Nobody cares about the local football. Tradition. So on the show, enough of my play attitude. On the show tonight, we will be looking at the youths and tradition. Why the youths are, seemingly, emphasis on that word, seemingly refusing to embrace the African tradition. What are some of those traditions, in our opinion, that, we should do away with? Maybe that would make our traditions become more, more accommodating, more enticing, and so the people want to, go. Like in my place, I know every December, every young person in my village, apart from me, ends up in a village, and they're having the beach festival, and everybody's, I wouldn't open my bum in the public. But let me introduce my guests. Oh no, did I call them guests? Let me introduce my crew members tonight. With me in the studio, from the left, is the lady who never disappoints, always smiling, speaks intelligently. She is the joy in the room. Every time she comes in, everybody's packles. Great personality, wonderful person. The backbone, by the way, in case you don't know, of Utilize. And she's no other person but the one and only.
Oh boy.
Weighing. Amaka, good evening to you.
Good evening. Thank you.
Amaka
didn't know all these about herself.
Oh boy. How was your day?
It was good. It was good. Very cold though, but nice.
All right, so I'm gonna introduce another person.
Oh yeah.
She can be annoying some days, but she's got a good heart.
Oh.
A wonderful personality as well. Intelligent lady. Smart, as the word smart can be, would be defined. Beautiful for those of you who haven't seen. I mean, more beautiful than Agbani Darego. Yeah, I said it. Quote me. One of the best colleagues that I do have. What else? My good friend, Naomi. She's crying, so she can't say hi. And of course, a very fine gentleman. He's also intelligent, brilliant, dedicated to work, by the way. God-fearing, for those of you who are looking for God-fearing man or looking for a God-fearing man, he's God-fearing.
Call us tonight, we'll give you his number.
Yeah, call us tonight, we'll give you his number. Wow. God-fearing, hardworking, is the epitome of, there's diligence in labor. Handsome as well, and he likes to say wow when he begins his conversation.
Wow. And he was just about to say it, but you jinxed it. You should have let him.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Marcus. Marcus, good evening to you.
Good evening.
All right, let's jump straight into our discussions tonight. Amaka, when was the last time you went to the village?
You have to do that.
Yeah, I have to do that.
I cannot remember the last.
Can you speak your local dialect very well?
No, not bad.
Naomi, when was the last time you went to the village? And I don't mean for wedding or burial or go to the village.
It's been years. The last time I went to the village, I went for a wedding. I'm sure that's why you canceled that out.
I don't remember that festival anyways.
So the last time I went to the village was in 2012. That was the last time I went to
all
stay.
The way back. I see.
Yeah. That was the last time I went to chill.
All right.
And
so how well can you speak your local dialect?
Not very well.
Thank you very much. Marcus, when was the last time you went to Ogoniland?
Wow.
And to think he's in River State.
Yes. When was the last time?
Well.
And you said wow again, by the way.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went? Yeah.
I think it's up to 7th month now.
Oh, really? That's not too far away. 7. How well can you speak your local dialects?
I can actually speak my language.
Say something in your local dialect, Namir.
All
right. Okay, you can speak. You can speak. Now, for the rest of you who have not been going, what happened? Your village people? No, let's get to understand. Is it your village people that is chasing you away? Because there's this superstition that when you get to the village,
they follow you back.
You either come with some uncurable or incurable, I beg your pardon, incurable malaria, or you come with swollen foods, or you have nightmares. Amaka, let's start with you. Your village people after you?
I will not know if they're after me because I've not been there, but I feel there's a lot of...
Wait, hold up.
Hold up.
Okay, like, in a while. All right, I like that.
Okay, when I'm saying in a while, it's like in a very long time. It's okay. But there's a lot of family drama, so everybody just like...
So actually, your village people... Oh, again. Okay, hold it up.
Oh, no.
They might be listening, by the way. Naomi, Harry, what's the reason why... Your village people?
I have no excuse. My village people are very nice. They're
very nice in giving out those superstitious.
They're peace-loving people. There's not a lot of fetish things happening where I'm from,
all right.
or any of that. It's very cool.
So then, if it's so cool like you're advertising it, wait. If it's so cool like you're advertising it, why haven't you been there?
I have been there
2012. Since 2012.
Now, my mom.
That's 6 years. My child would have been 6 years, like in primary school rather.
Yeah. See, I have no excuse because my mom goes there every now and then, every 2 weeks if possible.
Why don't you?
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know. No reason.
When was the last time you were at the park?
No occasion.
When was the last time you were at the park?
in May.
When was the last time you were at the club?
That's been a while. It's been a while.
When was the last time you went to see a movie? Exactly my point. All of that. Marcus, let's get to you now. Let's get to you. You go to the village.
Yes, sir.
How well acclimatized are you with the culture, your culture? Do you know all of the traditional rites? Do you know all of the rules and laws and guidelines in your culture? Do you really know that?
I know a few, as much as I do, and some of which I think they are still very powerful in the current dispensation. And it's still very nice if you ask me, that is capable of guiding and mentoring upcoming youth, but in a very certain way. But as much as I've said so, there are some that should drop.
All right, we'll get to that point. Don't worry, don't jump the gun now. We'll get to that point. You seem so excited about this topic because you look like one of those village men that will go back during the weekend and yes, and everybody gathers and we are the youth in the community. You fight. Anyways, we'll get back to that. Now, Amaka, what do you know about your culture? Because you've not been to the village in so long a time. What do you know? 1, 2. Do you even really know anything about your culture, or is it that everything you know now is majorly what was taught you, what you learned rather in the city, and probably from Western civilization and all of that?
I know. Some of the things I know could be from school when they talk about things relating to our culture, but I do know some things. I know. Oh god, this is very bad. Why?
We're trying because you're representing majority of the youth out there, by the way.
Okay.
So just be free and say what's in your heart.
So from my side, from my state, I know our food, what we eat, our signature, what they know us for, and I know some things about my people, my local government, what they do, some of their do's and don'ts.
All right, so you know some of it.
Yes, some of them. And this is of course it just happened, something's happening around and you're like, oh, they don't do that in your side or something like that. So.
Interesting. Yeah. So your parents taught you that, or you just stumbled across it?
I learned it from them. So.
Interesting. Naomi, how well do you know your culture? I mean, it goes beyond time rappers and wearing
you have to mention that. But I know my culture, and I know I'd like to think I know it's more than the average youth from where I'm from.
All right.
Yeah, I know it's down to what we wear, its significance, some history.
Right.
I know the food we eat,
right.
How we live, greetings, a couple of festivals here and there. So I would say I've been around. I've been there during the festive periods. I know how the dance. I know the dance and all that. So I would say
You're well accustomed to the culture.
I'm accustomed to it. Also, my mom is a very, very traditional person.
Right.
So you kind of have to know. So I'm living a very cultural life.
I believe you. Ended there. I believe you. Now, we've raised another very important talk now. Parents. I asked you a question. Did your mom that taught you? You said, or your parents that taught you? You said, yeah. And she said, mom, played a very vital role in our knowledge of culture. Now, Marcus,
yes.
How well do you think parents these days pass down the culture or tradition, to the children? How well do you think they do that?
In this current dispensation, I think they're actually not doing well, because we have some parents who are from two different culture coming together, and some of them have not even gone home for a long while, and then all that they could even teach their children just the surface level. So they're passing down the culture or the cultures and belief of their tradition is very, very poor. So I think in the current time, our parents are not actually doing.
They're not actually doing enough.
Yes,
all right.
yes.
So for you, Amaka, are our parents doing well to,
No, they're not really. They're not
so you would blame your parents for your lack of knowledge or the deficit of knowledge of your culture?
If I say I'm blaming them, it's like I'm putting everything solely on them, and
But they didn't give you the opportunity.
Do understand why they did some of the things, like why they passed.
See, now it's no longer why. Are you blaming? When I say blame, it could be positive blames, it could be negative. I don't even know if that's possible, but
are you exactly. When you use blame,
are you
negative.
blaming your parents for your lack of knowledge once again, or for the deficit of knowledge of your culture?
I said they are part of the cause of most.
So what's the other part?
I mean, myself, if something that was very important, if I saw it as something important as it should be, I feel the other places you could have learned it.
From where? How?
People around you that speak your language, or people that are from your side.
So you're saying your language is not important to you, that is why you've not learned it?
I didn't see it like that then because of where I was. Like, I grew up somewhere where it was just English everybody was speaking.
Interesting.
So it's like, okay, since you can communicate in the basic way, it's like, okay, you're doing well and everything. Right. But as we grow up, you realize that your language actually plays a vital role.
All right. Naomi.
For me, it is solely my fault.
Okay.
It is solely my fault. In my mom, my siblings speak the language. My mom speaks, it's her first language, is what she mostly speaks. I understand the few I do. I just understand how said like every other 2 weeks. And I haven't joined her in the last 6
months. Because I know these days young people like fun. So is it because our young people, or is it because the tradition does not really spew out a lot of fun, so we don't like to follow?
Mom, because she has done everything she could have. She did it for my elder siblings and they learned. Me,
So you are the new generation.
Yes.
And you probably are the people we're focusing on tonight. Now, before we go into how we can bring city, and so there's the problem of rehab.
The one that is worthy to be upheld and kept because of the younger generation that are coming up. But in as much as that is the case, it would be a thing to consider if we can actually hold on to our tradition in a way as to keep it so that it will not go into extinction. And that is what the problem is in the current dispensation.
All right. Now let's go deep now.